Hello, welcome to PowerFlow. My name's Anna. It is April 9th. I hope this video finds you happy and healthy, and thank you so much for joining me for this virtual yoga class. So PowerFlow is a Vinyasa style yoga class, and be sure to grab some coffee like me or some water, whatever you need for class. Maybe pillows, blankets, whatever makes you feel comfortable, and we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start a 7-week chakra series. So if you don't know anything about chakras, stay tuned. We're just going to go through them one at a time, barely scratch the surface of them, just to sort of get a general understanding of the chakra system. If you're not into chakras at all, then that's fine. You can skip ahead in the video, skip the intro part, or just use this time as your own meditation just to focus on your breathing. But it's up to you. If you, yeah, that's it. I'm always so awkward on these videos. So one thing that's interesting, some people really get into chakras and they think, they want to do all of the like crystal healing and eat the right foods and look at the right colors and listen to the frequencies that go with the chakras, and that's great. If you're that type of person, that's awesome. Some people think it's a little bit too woo-woo and don't really want to get into it. For that type of person, that's fine. If that's how you are, of course, that's who you are. But one way to look at it is instead of looking at it as this really crazy spiritual kind of thing, it is also sort of a system that you can use to analyze. If you have that analytical brain, you can use it to sort of analyze these aspects of your life. So step 1, step 2, step 3, where do you have these imbalances? Am I doing too much of this, not enough of this, that kind of a thing. So it can be whatever you want it to be for you. So that's sort of my disclaimer for the chakra system. And there's certain people that won't agree with that at all, and that's fine. But just without getting too spiritual here, that's how I'm gonna portray it. So use it for what you need it for, basically. Oh, I lost my phone. I need to keep track of time. So that said, we're going to start with the root chakra. So really quick, just because this is my first chakra video, I'll give you an overview of all the chakras. So they're the 7 energy centers in the body, and they're all associated with a color. They're in a certain location, and we'll just do one each week. And chakra means wheel. So the first one, so it's like these spinning like wheels of energy in your body. So the first one is the root chakra. It's located at the base of the spine, and it's associated with the color red. The next one is the sacral chakra, associated with the color orange. It's around your navel, maybe a little bit lower. And then your solar plexus chakra, right below your breastbone, it's the color yellow. Your heart chakra over your heart space is the color green. Your throat chakra is blue over your throat. Your third eye chakra, this is where the colors get a little weird because I've heard a few different things, but the third eye could be a different color of blue, or it could be purple, like indigo, and it's your third eye here. And then your crown chakra, I've heard it could be either be violet or white. So that's located at the crown of the head. So we'll start with the root chakra, and we'll just do a little bit of grounding, a little bit of meditation, and just start really arriving on our mats. And then while you're doing that deep breathing, I'll explain the aspects, the associations of the root chakra. So again, up to you. You can participate as much as you want. You can tune me out, not listen at all, mute the thing, whatever you want to do. If you're really into it or just curious about it, you can listen. So we'll go ahead and get started. So just sit in a comfortable seated position. You place your hands on your knees or on your thighs somewhere, palms facing down, really getting into that grounding mentality. Sit up nice and tall with your spine, relax your shoulders, shut down your eyes, start bringing that focus internal. Take a few deep, full breaths. unclench your jaw, relax your tongue. And start to visualize your root chakra. So again, it's associated with the color red. It's located at the base of your spine. So visualize that wheel, that red spinning wheel of light at the base of your spine. This is your root chakra. It's associated with anything from that point down. So if you have any problems with your feet, your legs, your hips, even your digestive organs, that can be associated with the root chakra. Each chakra is associated with an element, and the root chakra is associated with the earth. In Sanskrit, it is Muladhara chakra. It's associated with grounding, financial stability, safety, security, a sense of belonging, and really just any basic survival need. So anything like hunger, fear, shelter, warmth, anything like that, that basic need, I must have it in order to survive, that is all associated with the root chakra. So it's really that first thing. As you move up the body in the chakras, it gets more and more ethereal. It gets more and more spiritual. It gets more and more in your head rather than in your body, those basic survival needs. So I think that the root chakra is so important for us right now at this time where there's so much going on in the news, where there's so many opportunities for us to get all into our head and a little bit fearful and a little bit anxious. The root chakra is way blocked right now, I should say. It's in probably most of the world, it is right now. So the root chakra is really important right now. So that gets me into the blocks. So there's certain things, certain ways to tell if your root chakra is blocked or if it's overactive. So this is all about coming into balance, centering, and each chakra can either be blocked or you can have too much. So the blocks to be aware of are if you're feeling fearful, anxious, unsure, if you have financial instability with your food, health issues, that kind of thing, that's all associated with blockages of the root chakra. If it's overactive, you might be feeling greedy, aggressive, materialistic, gluttonous. You might be hoarding food, hoarding objects, just hoarding in general could be associated with overactivity of the root chakra. So if it's balanced, which of course is what we're striving for, to balance all of the chakras, you would feel safe, secure, centered, grounded, and just happy to be alive. You feel like you're thriving in life. So I'll offer some mantras, and these can be used all throughout class, all throughout the rest of your day, the rest of your week, until we switch to the next chakra next week. You don't have to use them at all, or you can create your own. If something else is speaking you today and you want a different intention for your class, go for it and make your own. So I'll offer these mantras. So take another deep, full, slow breath. I am grounded. I am safe and secure. I trust myself. I am grounded. I am safe and secure. I trust myself. So let's begin just a little bit of movement here. So staying in that seat, bring your hands to your knees. Start some trunk rotation. So move over to your right knee, your left knee, around back. Just go a couple times in each direction on your own. Starting to bring some life into your spine, into your body. Noticing how your body's feeling. And really feel your sitting bones grounding down into the earth. You're root chakra all the way at the base of your spine. If any other movement is calling to you while you're here, then go for it. And if you want to take a twist in each direction, maybe a side body stretch, just whatever you need here, whatever feels good. Just take a couple more full rounds of breath, just doing whatever you need, whatever feels good here. Whenever you're ready, blink open your eyes, make your way onto your hands and knees, tabletop position, wrists stacked below your shoulders, knees below your hips, and just find whatever movement you need to here, whatever feels good. So you can move side to side, forwards and backwards. You can stretch your legs out behind you. Maybe flow through a cat-cow. To go through the cat-cow, you inhale to lift your gaze and drop your belly, and exhale to really curl your spine. Just take a few more rounds of breath here. Whenever you're ready, move into downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back. Walk it out however you need to. You can wag your hips from side to side. Let your head hang heavy. Straighten out your spine, lift your hips high. Press both of your heels down to the mat. A little bend in your knees is fine here. Take a full round of breath. Inhale to lift your gaze, and exhale to travel all the way to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Let your head hang heavy, optional ragdoll here. A slight bend in your knees is fine here. Take one more inhale. And exhale your fingertips down to the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift, straighten out your spine. Exhale to fold, bend your knees deeply, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale as slow as you can, rounding all the way up. Head comes up last. Once you get there, shrug out your shoulders. Inhale to lift your arms high. Step your feet together, big toes touch, sliver of space between your heels, and exhale to sit your hips down and back for chair pose. Make sure your knees aren't extended past your toes. An option here to have your arms lifted or at heart center. Take a full round of breath. Inhale to lift your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step all the way back into high plank, top of a push-up. Option to go through chaturanga here if it's already in your practice. Otherwise, you can flow with me through baby cobra. So take an inhale. Option to go down to your knees. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Zip your legs together, root down through the tops of your feet. Inhale for baby cobra. Peel your chest off the mat. Use the strength in your back. Little to no weight in your hands here. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your forehead down to the mat. Tuck your toes under, lift your kneecaps. And inhale to rise to high plank. Exhale your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath. Now instead of that baby cobra, you can do chaturanga if you'd like to. Just make it your own. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Lift your arms, step your feet where you need them. And exhale, sit it down for Utkatasana. This time, exhale your arms behind you like an airplane. Inhale, rise up to your tippy toes. Exhale, plant your heels. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, flow back to down dog however you'd like to. I'm taking the baby cobra variation. One full round of breath in down dog, and we'll flow through one more time. If you'd like to stop the video, you can flow through as many times as you want. Inhale to lift your gaze. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, lift your arms. Exhale, sit it down, chair pose. Inhale, lift a little higher, strong core. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to high plank. Flow through however you'd like to. Take one full round of breath in down dog. Inhale to lift your gaze. Exhale, step all the way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Step your feet together. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale it down. Inhale, rise all the way up this time. And exhale, take a big step back with your right foot coming into 5-pointed star. So lift your arms. Excuse me. I'm not sick, I just have allergies. Inhale, lift your arms, spread your fingers wide, become as wide and big as you can possibly be. And then exhale, sink it straight down for goddess. Inhale, lift. Exhale it down. So move with your own breath. I'll show you some variations. So you can squeeze your elbows in. You can bring your hands to heart center. Inhaling always to lift, exhaling to go down. You can even bow forward. That feels so good in my hips and inner thighs. Play around with it, whatever you want here. Just take a couple more rounds of breath. Warming up the hips here. One more inhale. Exhale it down. This time bring your hands to your knees. Excuse me. Put some weight in your hands and then dip one shoulder forward at a time. It's just getting that little bit of a twist. Just whatever feels good for you here. Once you feel good and you're all satisfied, inhale to rise back up. This time bring your feet, well no, changed my mind. Toes forward. Exhale for your wide-legged forward fold. Take a couple full rounds of breath here. You can shift your hips slightly from side to side if that feels good, bringing the stretch more into your inner thighs. Take one more full round of breath. Now shift your toes out, heels in, inhale to rise. Now this time, bring your feet just a little bit closer together. So they're a little bit wider than hips width. We're going to, oh, my laptop, the screen goes black. It's annoying. Okay. So, Malasana. So, yogic squat. So, bring your hands to heart center, sink it down. Elbows come to the insides of your knees here. So, my hips are sinking way down low. Really try to keep your spine as straight as possible. If you have a block handy, you can put it underneath your hips for a little support if this is a lot for you. So take a full round of breath here. Then we'll slowly come out of it. You can bring your hands down to the mat, tilt your toes forward. Come all the way back up, lift your arms. Again, coming into that 5-pointed star, so widen your stance a little bit. Then we're gonna drop it down over to the left side into warrior 2. So left toes turn towards the front of your mat. Right toes turn towards the side of your mat. You might need to lengthen your stance a little bit, so keep that in mind. Front knee bends over your front ankle, back leg is straight, and shoulders, hips open to the side, belly button to spine. Really strong core here. Then open your arms up to a T, gaze over that front middle finger for warrior 2. Take a full round of breath. Then inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach your left arm up over behind you. Then exhale, extended side angle, elbow to knee, reach up and over with your right hand. Inhale, rise back up to warrior 2. Stay for your exhale. This time, pivot that back foot forward to free up your back hip. And then inhale for a big step up to half staff. Flex your toes towards your knee. Thighs parallel with the ground here. And then bend that knee and sit it down. Bring your hands through heart center, sinking down into figure 4. Just kind of so you can see me here. Just take one full round of breath here. Then inhale to lift back up to half staff. This time we're going to take a big, graceful step back with that foot into crescent lunge. So this is different from warrior 2. Your back heel is lifted but driving down, really long stance, straight back leg. See that little difference between my leg isn't active, it's kind of straight, but activate, like really strong stance. Okay, front knee stacked over your front ankle still. Feet are on railroad tracks, so that means I'm not like one line teeter-tottering. I really need stability here. So there's some width between my feet here. Strong core, belly button to spine. Inhale to lift your arms up overhead. Relax your shoulders. Take a full round of breath here. On your next inhale, rotate back to the center into 5-pointed star. Big inhale, and then exhale, sink it down to goddess, your version, whatever you like best. Inhale to lift up, then rotate your left foot to point to the side of your mat. Right foot points to the front, back, whatever it is. Might need to lengthen your stance again. We're going into warrior 2. So front knee bent over your front ankle. Notice your toes. Are you gripping into the, like you have a death grip on the mat? Just curious toes. Flutter your toes on the mat a little bit. Strong back leg, hips and shoulders open to the side. Belly button to spine. Front of ribs to back of ribs. Strong core. Strong warrior pose. Arms come out to a T. Gaze over that front middle finger. Take a full round of breath. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, rise up. Stay for your exhale. Pivot that foot forward to free up your hip. And inhale, that big step up for half staff. And exhale, sink it down low, coming into your standing figure 4. Take a full round of breath here. Inhale to lift. Exhale, step it back And this time, remember the differences here. So now we're in Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. So back heel is lifted, back leg strong and straight. Front knee still stacked over your front ankle, all toes point forward. Still though, your front toes, curious toes, not death grip toes. Inhale to lift your arms. Take a full round of breath. On your next inhale, rotate back through center. We're continuing one breath, one movement this time. So inhale, big 5-pointed star. Exhale, horse or goddess. Inhale, reach. Exhale it down, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, big step up through half step. Exhale it down, standing figure 4. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, giant step back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, your version of goddess. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, rise back up, warrior 2. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, big step up, half step. Exhale, sit it down, standing figure 4. Inhale, rise. Exhale it back, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale it to the left. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, rise. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, strong rise. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, open star. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, rise, spread open. Exhale to the back. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, rise. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, shoot that leg through. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step it back. Stay for your inhale. I don't know why I said that. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale, lift up. This is a little bit of playtime, so rotate your feet so the toes point forward. Exhale for your wide-legged forward fold. So I'll show you a few options here for your forward fold. If you're working on anything, take some time to work on it. If you're working on any arm balances or any specific poses, this is your little free time, your play time. I'll show you a few different variations of wide-legged forward fold if you want to take those options. So we're in our wide-legged forward fold. I'm just checking the time here. So a couple options. You can place one hand down, twist, open. Make sure to do both sides. You could clasp your hands behind you and let your arms fall forward, getting into the shoulders. You could walk your hands out in front of you. You could walk your hands behind you. Just take a few more full rounds of breath, just using this as a little bit of playtime for yourself before we continue on. And remember our mantra. I am grounded. I am safe and secure. I trust myself. I am grounded. I am safe and secure. I trust myself. Okay. So wherever you are, just take one more full round of breath. If you're in that wide-legged forward fold, point your toes to the outside. Inhale to rise up. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So you can just get there however you'd like to get there. My mat is like all the way up against the little wall here. Okay. So meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale to lift your right leg high. Take a moment to get out any stretches you need to here. You want to do some rotating your hip. One more inhale, and then exhale to shoot that leg through. So we're going into pigeon here. So left leg long behind you. Make sure it's straight behind you. And then front leg can be, your leg could be all the way up like parallel to the edge of your mat, or tucked in a little bit closer to your hips. Whatever's best for you. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone. So starting out here, rise up onto your tips of your fingers, give yourself a little back bend, lift your gaze. And then exhale it forward, come down onto your elbows. If you have a pillow or a bolster here, you can lower down onto that, or just lower down onto your mat. Maybe let your head come down onto your mat for resting pigeon. Just take a few full rounds of breath. I am grounded. I am safe and secure. I trust myself. On your next inhale, let that help you come back up. We'll go through an option here if you'd like to move in. There's so many different versions of pigeon. The full expression is of king pigeon, is something that I can't do. It's really intense. Your arms are going behind you, you're grabbing onto that foot. I'm like nowhere near. But there's a lot of other variations. You can continue with your resting pigeon if you like that, or you can just stay here. You can give yourself that back bend. If you'd like to, you can bend that leg, reach behind you with your left hand, grab the inside or the outside of your foot. Maybe experiment really, well, first, before you lift off with your hand, really scissor your inner thighs together. So you're using your legs to hold yourself up. You're not just slumping into it. Then maybe reach your hand out in front of you. This can be a lot. If you want to go for a mermaid variation, I'm doing it, the other side will make more sense, but since I'm not facing the camera. But if you want to try the mermaid version, you hook your elbow and then hook both things behind your head. And that's kind of fun. It's a really good stretch for the front of your left hip. It's good balancing. It's a strengthening pose for your legs. So just playing around with that however you'd like to. When you're ready, let that leg down, tuck your toes under, lift your back knee, and then be very slow and careful coming out of the pose because it's intense, and do whatever feels good with that right leg. And then meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale to lift your left leg. Take a moment, get whatever you need to, whatever movements you need. And then exhale it through. Again, make sure that right leg is straight behind you. Play around with your angle of your front leg. Flex your toes towards your knee here. And then starting out, coming up onto the tips of your fingers. Give yourself that back bend. And then exhale it forward. Come down into your version of resting pigeon. I am grounded. I am safe and secure. I trust myself. Use your inhale to lift yourself back up. Again, this is just some playtime. If you don't want to continue with all this, you don't have to. If you want to stay resting or come into your back bend, whatever is good. Really scissor your inner thighs together. Strong legs here. Flex your toes towards your knees. So your whole base is strong. It's all about that base. Your root chakra, grounding, strength. So you can bend your back foot. Maybe grab a hold of your foot somehow. When you're ready, maybe lift your left arm straight out in front of you. Maybe go for the mermaid variation. I don't know if I can on this side. My right knee doesn't feel like it's having it. Okay, so hook that elbow. That's as far as I can get on this side. Which is okay. It's just imbalances in the body. Each day is a little bit different. This feels good for me, just getting that big stretch in the front of my quad. Whenever you've had enough of your playtime, just let that leg come down. Maybe you can go for the full expression if you're a little bit more bendy than me. Just playtime, whatever feels good for you. When you're ready, tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee. Oh, very slow. Come out of it. Do whatever you need to do. Walk it out. Just do whatever feels good here. And make your way down onto your mat. Come all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little back massage, rocking side to side. And reach your legs way out. Give yourself a full body stretch. Then bring your feet in just close enough so you can touch the backs of your heels. Press into your feet. On your inhale, lift your hips high. Coming into bridge. Option for supported bridge if you have a block, or you can shift your shoulder blades together, maybe interlace your fingers behind your back. Just take a full round of breath here in bridge. And then slowly roll back down. Let your knees windshield wiper left to right a couple times. Then drawing both of your knees into your chest, let both of your knees fall over to the left. Move into a twist, maybe gaze over your right hand. Really send your breath deep into your belly here. Use your inhale to bring your knees back to center. And then let both of your knees fall to the right, moving into a twist. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder this time. Use your next inhale to bring your knees back to center. And if there's anything else you need before our final resting pose, then take this time for yourself now. If you want to pause the video and take any other movements, any other stretches, anything like that. But if you're ready for Shavasana, let your legs go long, let your feet flop out to each side. I'll get you into the pose, and then I'll just let you meditate on your own. So in the video after I get you into the pose. So let your feet flop out to either side. Rest your arms alongside your body, palms facing up. And really keep thinking about that grounding. So feel your body really sinking into your mat. Notice all of the areas of your body that are touching the mat. Backs of your legs, your arms, the back of your head, your entire back. feel those areas that are touching the mat. Relax your face, unclench your jaw, release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Remember our mantra, I am grounded, I am safe and secure. I trust myself. Take as much time as you can in Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I am grounded. I am safe and secure. I trust myself. The light in me sees and honors that same light in you. Namaste.